Heyo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? If you watched my last video, you heard me talking about a package that showed up. My buddy Nick last Saturday or Friday messages me and goes, "Is it there yet? Did you get it? Did you get it? Do you like it?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, bud?" He's like, "I sent you a package and it says it's in North Bay." And I'm like, "Didn't get no package." And then he messages me back and goes, "Oh, never mind, disregard." I'm like, okay. And then Saturday I get a notification from Purelator that a parcel has been delivered to my house. I come home and there's a parcel in my door. I grab that parcel, I open it up, and inside I find this. The Zebco Bullet. Guys, you remember when I got that Zebco 33? I made a video about it. I was casting it because apparently it's like it's a pretty fast reel. It's full steel and like it's metal construction. It's not cheap like that plastic one I had. There are better on the market. And this is like the Cadillac of Zebcos. This is not the MG model. I can get the MG up here, but I couldn't find the Zebco Bullet. And I told you guys that video got 100 likes. I would get myself a Bullet and fish with it and see if it's really worth the money. Problem is nobody sells it in Canada. It's been discontinued or just no longer purchased. The new Zebco Bullet MG, which is magnesium. It's a magnesium built, so it's lighter. Apparently it got worse reviews than the old classic Zebco. So this shows up in the mail and I'm just like, holy crap, awesome. Like I can't thank you enough, buddy. Messaged him right away. Now, unlike the other Zebcos, like when you buy the Zebco Bullet from some places, it comes with a spare spool because this does have a quick interchangeable spool. This one here literally came with the reel, the manual, and a Zebco decal to stick on your tackle box and or your boat, I guess, if you want to advertise Zebco. And that's all that's really in the box. So I got to thinking, I'm like, sweet, like this is awesome, but I don't really want to put this on one of my little telescopics. I kind of wanted to put it on something better. And then I got to thinking, the Zebco bait casting rod that I originally bought for my old Shimano reel that I got off Marketplace for $25, that would do the job. Now you're probably saying, but Adam, what makes this here such an amazing reel? Well, first off, the Zebco 33 has 3 bearings, 2 plus a clutch bearing. This puppy chucker has what, 9 bearings, 8 plus a clutch? I think that's what it is. Let me just check here. Yeah, so it's 9 bearings, 8 plus the clutch, and it'll retract 29.6 inches per revolution of the handle at a rate of, I'm not sure, I think it says on the handle here, at a rate of, gear ratio is 5.1 to 1. That's stupid fast for a spin cast reel. She's heavy too. She probably weighs a good pound. But let me tell you, you reel it and it chokes it back. This is gonna be awesome. What I'm thinking is, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this here to the Rhino. You got your drag set on top. A lot of people were complaining that the drag gets super loose. And then when you tighten it up, it just gets so tight. Like right now it's super loose. But then when you set the drag, it just gets stupid tight. So I noticed that myself with this setup. But all in all, it's pretty freaking sweet. So I'm gonna go stick this on the Rhino rod, chuck it in the back of the truck, and we might go fishing tonight. And if we do, we're gonna sail some shots out with this and see how she do. Peace. All right guys, hopefully this thing is recording. Currently got the Zebco Bullet. See, I got it on the old Zebco Rhino Tough medium rod. No idea how this thing casts, so first cast with the new setup. Way out there. Beauty. I can't really tell you where we are. It's a lake that is not my typical location. Deb, who's with us today, who doesn't want to look at the camera, brought me out here to check it out. She fished here a while ago and said it was pretty good. Well, guys, I can say the Zebco Bullet, she casts like a dream. Got one. First fish on the Bullet, boys. Tiniest little bass you ever did see. Yay, fishy! Look at him. He's a little twerp. Oh. Sorry, dude. Alright, go be free. Well, that's first fish. Definitely couldn't have eaten that one because, well, you know, just a little potato. Speaking of potatoes, for supper tonight we had chicken and potatoes, and let me tell you guys, they were freaking awesome. They were freaking awesome. See if we can swerp on another one here. So we're using a drop shot rig with a X-Zone drop shot rig or lure, and thought I had him. I still have the bait on there. So this is basically what I'm throwing here. A little X-Zone and a drop shot. I wish I can get this hook to stay straight out, but I think I screwed it up. But it's working because, you know what? It caught a fish already. Not a big one. Nothing to write home about, but... Oh, that's going in the trees. That's in the trees. Yeah. Okay. And I only lost the tail of it. Sweet. Well, I caught my first 3-pounder, boys. Yes, we need a boat big time. I broke my bait.
How'd you do that?
Accidentally caught the tree. I went to cast and I put it up in that tree right there because I'm such a pro angler, right? So let's put another one of these guys on. I don't know what else I got for drop shotting. Actually, I got something else for drop shotting. Could wacky rig one of these yum dingers, I guess. Let's give that a go. Yeah, Deb's all excited because I have potatoes and now I got the starch farts. So, fun for the whole family. Come on, get one. Get one. Get one. I'm going to try and sail one right over there to that structure. We'd be doing some major damage with those right now. With the green worms? Oh, hell yeah. Because I'm getting bites, but I think my presentation's a little bit too big. I think they're nipping the ends and not the actual center. So I might switch back to those little egg zones. So far, this bullet's pretty damn fast at retrieving. Like, if you guys are out there and are looking for a reel that can compete with a bait caster, but you suck at fishing and you can't use a bait caster because you can't do the whole thumb in the spool thing. You're in the US, get yourself one of these. Because as you saw, I just sailed it right across the friggin' lake. Okay, I'm gonna lower my presentation a bit because obviously Senko on a stick isn't working. Let's go back to something else. Guys, also I'm gonna try and fish with all Lucky Tackle Box stuff. So Yum Dinger would be great if I used an EWG hook, but or one of those flutter spoons. Put him back in there. I probably could do top water, but I don't think a top water bait would be the juice out here. This little X Zone. I know they sell these at Canadian Tire. They're only $5 a bag. And like Brandon Palinuk, Angler of the Year, is on the package, so they got to be good, right? People don't do sponsors because they're in it for the money, right? They're in it because the product's good. Can you guys hear my sarcasm on the video? Don't forget to download League of Legends or whatever the hell that game is that everybody talks about. I'll grab this little purple nerd. I want to try and get it out there by that structure. Not there. That is not where I wanted it. See, I want to get it over by those weeds, but I almost need the Shimano for the extra distance. Like this thing's supposed.
That little cubby where I'm like just kind of under the tree.
Yeah.
That's where I want you to go.
I'm trying to hit it, but I'm really not good with a spin cast. I need a lot more.
Back in there.
Yeah, well, if I had the Shimano down here, I could easily hit that log.
The trail's all growing up now, so it's like to try and get through there is tough.
What trail?
Right through there.
Oh.
That's why I'm wandering back in there.
Wow, good shot, Adam. I just lost the entire rod.
Don't.
I'm just going to reel it back in. Well, guys, that's a good blooper reel for you. Yeah, these shitty $20 Zebco reel rods are amazing.
Because you don't take them apart, why don't you just glue them together?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Use some Gorilla Glue or something. Well, it's a good blooper for the reel, eh, guys? Go to cast and half your rod falls off. Strats. I had that exact same problem. Oh, wait. That's probably why. It's all chewed up around the... yeah, I'm going to glue this one on. I don't have any contact cement in the truck, otherwise I'd just go back there and do a quick mend and defend. I'll fix that up when I get home. This is an old rod anyway. I used to have a Rapala bait caster on it, but that bait caster, I bought it for like 50 bucks off a buddy, and it was a piece of shit since day one. This thing probably does cast pretty far, but I suck at casting these things. That was a good echo. I had a bite. Something was hitting it. Got him. Nope, I had him. He was right there too. He came to the bank and went, nope. Not where I wanted it. I'm way more accurate with the bait caster than I am with this thing. Come on, bud, you can do it.
Yeah.
So those guys were totally gonna try and cross the lake, but then they realized when they stepped into it that it was gonna cost them $20,000 in off-road equipment, so they're gonna find somewhere else to go. I love the language, boys. Oh, you're fine, bud. Just hammer down. You're making it. Just have some faith. Where are you going? Oh, that's going on the tree. Nope, that's right where I wanted it. Apparently Zach's not fitting, guys. Just thought I'd give you an update on this situation. Quaddrama.com. Oh, that's probably that trail you were talking about. Hopefully you got a snorkel. I'm just waiting to hear clunk, clunk, clunk as it just completely water locks. These little idiot flies are coming out. The no-see-ums.
Yeah.
Like a log or something down there. Bet you that's where the little twerp was hiding. He was underneath there and he swerped on your bait. I just tried your way of casting and it didn't work out for me. The over the head, swing the sword.
It makes me feel like I can get it close.
Do what you gotta do. Well, you're doing better than you were with that telescopic, because holy crap, you were casting over at Jean's and you were putting it like a foot away. That was a bite, that's a bite, that's a bite. Fucking prick.
I see him. Look at him. There's two. There's three.
Oh my god, he's just a little white perch.
Are you going to try and catch them now?
I'm gonna see if I can aggro on him. I don't know what those were, but they're like tiny little trout. They're not gonna swerp on this. The hook was bigger than his mouth. Like, there's no way he's gonna swerp on that.
But you could try.
Oh, he was trying. He was nipping the tail.
That's cute watching him
Yeah, he had it in his mouth, but he couldn't get past the hook because kind of a big hook. So we're gonna head up to the dam. Hey you guys, we're at a new location now. We're at a dam. There's a dam over there, and apparently there's good fishing here. So sorry about the previous clip. We were at Lynch Lake, didn't catch any more fish, so now we're at this dam, and we're gonna see what we can do because yeah. Also, the GoPro overheated. I've never had that happen with this GoPro, but it probably because I had that foam thing on it, the wind block, and yeah, that didn't quite work out to my benefit. So,
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can snag.
Lovely. You already snagged. That didn't take too long.
Oh, I didn't. Look at that.
I just had one.
I had a bite and then I fucking yanked on it and snagged.
My drag is set too low. That was a pike. A pike just snapped me off. Oh my God. I hate pike. Almost want to go back and get the Shimano with the 30-pound braid because a pike ain't chewing through that. All right, guys, let's switch it up a bit. Let's set up one of these gliding jigs because we haven't tried these out yet. These are from the Lucky Tackle box. All right, I have no idea how well this is going to cast. That's the bait holder. So let's go ahead and tie this thing off. I can't believe I got snapped off by a damn pike. He shredded my line too. All I want to do is catch some freaking bass, but pike are freaking jerks and snap me the frig off. That's my new song. You like it? Wrote it all by myself. Maybe you'll catch that stupid pike. Alright, so this is the other bait that came in the box. 13 Fishing, the Big Squirm. Also my nickname in high school. Pimpin' Purple. Ew. Yeah, well this thing works. So where's that hook? I have an ant crawling down my rod. So that's how that rigs up. Let's see how well this thing works. What does it look like in the water? It's got some good weight to it. Should be able to sail this out there some distance. It's a pretty good spot though. Right now top water would be king, but I probably shouldn't throw down top water on a 10-pound monofilament line because I wouldn't be able to set the hook. Probably be able to with the trebles. Let's see if I can get over to here. Yep, I'm running a weedless setup. I shouldn't be able to snag. I'm surprised no company like Pixar or anything made a movie about fishing. Like from a fish, like Pixar or any of those animation movies made a movie about fishing, like where fish go to school to learn what's the difference between bait and, you know. Like, I guess there's the Finding Nemo movies, but not really, because that wasn't fishing. Buddy was scuba diving, found a fish, and kept that as a pet. But I think a movie about, like, fish going to school to learn the difference between food and bait would be freaking hilarious. Could be a moneymaker. I should write a script. Sell it to Hollywood and support my fishing addiction. Alright guys, it was a bust. Tried swim fishing with this thing. I'm sure this will catch bass. But there was a big pike around here. Well, at least big enough to snap me off. Could have been a little pike. Either way, he was a jerk. He broke my shit. I'm pissed. And I guess next I'll see you guys at home, where I'm going to give you a final review on what I think of this Zebco Bullet. Spoiler alert, I really like it.
Alright guys, we're back home and I thought I'd give you a final review on that Zebco. Yeah, I'm wearing a different shirt. It's a different day. I'm actually doing editing today, so just, you know, let it go. So that Zebco Bullet, nice. I really like it. It's a real good reel. Tons of freaking, like when you retract, like when you're pulling the bait back in, it pulls as hard as a bait caster. It's insane. For a spin cast reel that's easy to cast, does a great job. Now, as you saw, the Rhino Tough Rod did separate on a cast. If you remember back in the day, I was using that Rhino Tough Rod with the Pissy Fun reel, and I had that problem nonstop. And then one day I went on a virtual yard sale, I guess you could say. I came across a post on Facebook Marketplace where somebody was selling a bunch of fishing shit. And one of them was a Berkeley lightning rod for 20 bucks. So I figured, you know what, yard sale fine, let's go check it out. So I went and checked it out, 7 foot, picked it up, put the pissy fun on that, and I used that all last year. That was my rod of choice. Then I bought that Rapala bait caster off a buddy of mine, and I paired it up with the Rhino Tough rod. I used it a couple times and hated the bait caster because you either got to set the drag so damn tight, or the tension so damn tight that it won't bird's nest, but you can get no casting distance. That, or you really had to ride the spool, or once again, you got no casting distance. So it was kind of an annoying bait caster. I definitely do not like Rapala's line of fishing gear when it comes to rods and reels, but their lures are pretty dope. But I had that problem last year with the Zebco Rhino, where I would cast it and the rod tip would fly off, and that's a known problem. I haven't super glued it yet, but let's just say it's probably gonna happen. So, but as far as the Bullet goes, that reel is awesome. One thing I did notice about it though is obviously there's water on the line. The line will get a lot of water in the reel. There was a couple times I cast it and I saw spouts of water fly out at the tip where the line was coming out. And there's other times where water dripped out of the actual casing onto my hand. So it does pick up a lot of water. So if you're using this thing for saltwater fishing, I highly recommend you clean it every time you use it on the saltwater, because salt's gonna get in there, shit's gonna get rusty, you're gonna wreck your friggin' $132 US reel. Okay? The reason why I was fishing with the Lucky Tackle Box is I got it in the mail. I was like, you know what, I wanna play with just that. And we did. We played with just that, and it worked good for that one fish. But obviously I was making a YouTube video, so I'm only allowed to catch one fish. You guys know this. You've watched me long enough. I'm not allowed to catch multiple fish on a YouTube video. It's against the laws, you know? But I did get a couple bites, and a couple of those fish were kind of small, so there's no way they were getting tagged on there. But as far as the Zebco reel goes, I do stand by it. If you're an angler just looking to have some fun, and obviously if you live in the USA, because they don't sell them up here in Canada. I even went on Amazon.com to find one. Found it, added it to cart, went to go pay for it, and they said this product cannot be shipped to Canada. Don't know why. A lot of the stuff I ordered, like the new T-handles for my my truck cap, are coming from the US. They're coming from Wisconsin. So I don't know why I can order stuff on Amazon.ca and have it shipped from the US to Canada, but I can't order stuff from the USA on Amazon.com and have it shipped to Canada. It doesn't make a lick of sense, but it is what it is. So really grateful my buddy Nick sent me that reel. It's a real good reel. It's going to stay in my arsenal. I'm going to keep it as my finesse setup on the medium rod. And like I said, I'm going to glue that rod into a one piece so we don't have tips flying anymore, because Jesus Murphy, that used to piss me off back in the day bait casting. And I got a reminder as to why I stopped using that rod and went with the Berkeley Lightning rod. So good to know. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. I will be taking that Zebco out again. Hopefully next weekend on my buddy's boat, we can swerp on some bass, really put that friggin' reel to test, really catch some fat sallies, get them on the boat, cut them up, have some fish tacos. It'll be a great time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it, and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.